Arena in Vancouver as we continue with After Hours. The Canucks losing in overtime to the Ottawa Senators tonight. Claude Giroux with 1 goal and 1 assist. Every NHL team needs some veteran savvy, and the Sens are getting it from you, Claude. 18 seasons, over 1,200 games, and since you joined the Senators 2.5 years ago, only Tim Stützle and Brady Tkachuk have more goals. So we're happy to report that Claude Giroux still has it. Are you planning on playing forever?
No, not forever, that's for sure. But, as long as I can help a team and make sure that I can not hurt the team, I'm going to keep playing.
It was said that when you were a free agent that you were a serious target of the Senators, and it is a romantic notion that a player who played his junior hockey and before that his youth hockey in Ottawa, or his hometown, comes back to play there. But you were quoted as saying that signing with Ottawa had more to do with signing with a team that had a ton of potential versus coming home. So are you now realizing that potential, or the Senators realizing that potential?
Yeah, I think my last year in Philly, we had a game against Ottawa in Philly, and I just liked the way they played. They played fast. They were a young team at the time. I mean, we're still pretty young, but just the way they were playing, I wanted to be a part of it. And, looking at guys like Timmy, Brady, Shabby, and Drake and Josh, they just the way they were playing at the time, they were playing hard, and it's just something I wanted to be a part of.
You played your youth hockey with the Cumberland Barons and then went on to tear up the Q, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League with Gatineau. You had 3 sensational 100-point seasons there. As an undrafted player, you went to Gatineau on a walk-in try-in after being passed over in the junior draft. How did it happen that you weren't drafted?
Yeah, I just want to add that I played in Hearst, Ontario till I was 14, and that's where I kind of...
We're going to get to that.
Okay. But yeah, I got overlooked for the draft, and I was a walk-on for the Gatineau Olympics, and the coach liked the way I played, and he challenged me a lot. His name is Benoit Giroux, and he kind of turned me into the player I am today, and I think I was very lucky to be to have a coach like him when I came into juniors.
Your first season in Gatineau was enough for the NHL to take notice and for the Philadelphia Flyers to draft you in the first round in one of the most memorable first-round draft calls ever.
Philadelphia selects from Gatineau, the Quebec Junior League. I forget. Giroux.
Do you hear to this day about Bobby Clarke forgetting your name at the draft?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people talk about it, and the legend that Bobby Clarke is. He's been so good for me when I started playing for the Flyers, and he's such a great guy that I was lucky enough to have him kind of show me the way a little bit, and he was always involved, always there, and he's just a great guy.
All right, you, as you mentioned, are from Hearst. You played there up to the age of 14. Hearst is Northern Ontario, so we have this from Chris Ryan. He says, you got to ask him about the Hearst Lumberjacks. He is literally the Lumberjacks crest. We've got it here. And as well, we'll see it in a second. There you are. Now, that could be you if you let your beard go and your hair grow.
Yeah, maybe. But, it's that team in Hearst. I have my cousin who's the head coach, and they're actually having a really good season this year. And, just being able to have that a junior A team in Hearst, it's huge. And the people that live there, they love going, and it's great for the city.
So you bought the team and gave it to the city, to the town?
Yeah, a few years back, and just everybody in Hearst, they love hockey, they love going to the rink. I have a lot of great memories there.
You love talking on the ice. This is from a few years ago, but it's worth looking at because it's creative and it is amusing. Let's watch.
Too old. I'm so old. I don't have time to wait here. Let's go. You look like you're 28, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Bill, did you drink a Coke today? Did you drink a Pepsi today? You did, eh? I don't do that.
Why is it so important to you to be conversational on the ice?
I don't know. I sometimes try not to, but it kind of gets me in the game, and it's mostly nonsense. And you have to have fun out there. So I like when the guys answer me back and they give it to me.
What's the best you ever got back?
Oh boy, I can't think at the top of my head, but there's definitely definitely a few guys. I remember playing against Scott Hartnell, and for the first time since he got traded, and he had a couple good ones for me. So it was it just makes the game more fun.
Life looks good on you and your family in Ottawa. Here is a slice of Canadiana. This video, I think, is either from yesterday or today. This is your backyard rink at your home in Stittsville, and this is no ordinary rink. Are you out there at 4 in the morning flooding the ice?
I'm not. We're gone a lot, especially right now in December and January. But the kids love it, and I'm not gonna lie, I love it too. So it's. I'm excited for Christmas right now, and we have some family coming over, and we'll be out there.
Let's get to your signing with the Senators, mid-July of 22. How long did you and Ryan, your wife, deliberate over it?
There was a lot of talks. At one point we didn't know exactly what was going to happen and where we wanted to go, but Ottawa was always at the back of my mind, and Gavin was loving that day. It was media day when I signed, so that was a special day for me and him. We kind of walk around at the rink and met some of the management and all the media. So that was some good memories there.
You and Ryan have 3 boys. Gavin, as you mentioned, is the oldest, Palmer and Charlie. Gavin, at 5, is apparently old enough to be a big fan of Spartacat. I wonder if that swung the signing at all.
Yeah, him and Palmer are big fans of Spartacat, and that was him when he started skating. And I'm lucky enough to have teammates that treat my kids really well, and it's a big family, and those days are just the best. Speaking
of Gavin, this incredible shot from the upper level of the Canadian Tire Center, and he, at 5 years of age, apparently is already a trick shot artist. Here it is.
See it.
And it did go in. Is he that good?
Yeah, I think he was about 3 at that time, and my wife was is great with them, and I'm lucky enough to have her, and my kids love her so much, and when we have times to do things like that, those are just great memories.
Mentioned earlier that you have long since blown past the 1,000 game mark, but there's also 1,000 career points, and I think only about 100 NHL players have ever got there. You got there in April of 23, game 81. You went into it 2 points away. How much were you anticipating the 1,000th point?
Yeah, I mean, you try not to think about it, but it's a big milestone for me or anybody. I think it's definitely special. You try not to think about it too much, because your game's not going to be too good. So that was awesome. All the players coming on the ice, and they made the moment pretty special.
So you scored earlier in that game to get to 999, and then the setup of Stützle's goal was the huge 1,000th point. Where is that 1,000th puck right now?
It's got to be at the house somewhere. Not too sure where, but it's somewhere. I know I have it.
You got a ton of skill. So let's look at a shootout goal of yours from years ago. I think this might be 10 years ago or so. And you have to have elite skill to do that. And more than a few of your 358 NHL goals have come on moves like this. And then there is the good old-fashioned slap shot. This goal from 2 years ago. Why the bomb over the skill?
That one, I don't know. I wanted to keep it simple, and we killed a big 5-on-3, and I don't know, it just felt right at the time.
All right, last chance to get a fan in here. This is from Carson Cook. He asks, who beats Alfie in keep away after practice?
There's not a lot of guys. I'm not going to lie to you. He's got a heavy stick, and he's. I think he could probably still play. He's just so smart, and I tried once, and I want to say it was pretty even, but I'm not going to try again.
Good to have you on, Claude. We appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Claude Giroux, a savvy veteran for the Ottawa Senators. 1,215 NHL games as of tonight and counting. Back to tidy up at Rogers Arena in a moment.